Hello families, this is Anita Costabile and this is Talk and Play Together. Today I want to really start at the beginning here. What is the foundation of language development? What is the foundation of social communication, social interaction, all of those things? So first I just want to say I feel your pain and I hope that you are really trying to take this time that's given to us and see it as a blessing, in that life gets to slow down a bit and we get to really focus on our family and being together and being connected. And so that's what this tutorial is about. It's about connecting and engaging with your child. That is the foundation for all learning and all language learning. I first want to explain all of the packets that I gave you via email or I dropped off at the house, which included vocabulary pictures, game ideas, a list of songs, and a list of books. This is not homework. This is a packet to just give you some ideas of ways that you can engage with your child. Out of the entire packet, pick and choose what you think your child might like. Try out some different things. See what works. It's not meant as homework. It's meant as just tips and suggestions and new ideas to help you connect with your child. And I'll be talking a bit about what that exactly means, connecting with your child. So the most important thing is sharing moments with your children, building a relationship. And I want to read this poem. I absolutely love it, and I would always stick it on my refrigerator and try to remember this when I was parenting my own 3 children. I took his hand and followed. My dishes went unwashed today. I didn't make my bed. I took his hand and followed where his eager footsteps led. Oh yes, we went adventuring, my little child and I, exploring all the great outdoors beneath the sun and sky. We watched a robin feed her young. We climbed a sunlit hill, saw cloud sheep scamper through the sky. We plucked a daffodil. That my house was so neglected that I didn't brush the stairs. In 20 years, no one on earth will know or even care. But that I've helped my little child to noble adulthood grow. In 20 years, the whole wide world may look and see and know. So let's take some moments to share with our children. Try to let the house duties go to the wayside for a bit, or try to figure out ways that we can connect with our child during our daily routines. There are a lot of things that need to occur for language to develop. Things that maybe you don't think of. You see that your child can't use her words, and so you really want us to focus on the words. Flashcards, labeling, commenting, and really what we need to start with is sharing attention. Can your child attend with you? Can your child copy? Can your child imitate? Do they have gestures? Do they use their hands to communicate? Do they wave hi or bye? Do they use their hands to sing songs? Do they understand words? Where are your shoes? Where's your bottle? Are they using things in play? Are they using 2 toys together? Are they playing functionally with toys, pushing the car? All of those things are actually the foundation for language. So that's what we do in therapy. We play, we share, we interact. We try to gauge attention and hold attention. We try to follow some directions, do some sequencing in play. There are some really great speech therapists out there, and you can find these resources online. The first one is Laura Mize, and the things that she talks about before language is interacting, understanding, expressing, and then producing. So the first piece that we're really talking about right now is interacting, as you can see, sharing relationships, building relationships. That's really what I'm focusing on. So in this next week, while we're doing teletherapy, that's what I'm going to be observing. That's what I'm going to be helping you with. Helping you build that relationship with your child, because that needs to occur before the communication comes. And so I hope you've been using my ideas or creating your own ideas to kind of get through this quarantine, but also maintaining relationships with your child. And then there's another speech therapist called Dr. Serena Weeder, and I will give you links to all of these therapists and their websites in the description below. And she has a Profectum Parent Toolbox, and she really focuses on floor time therapy. And the initial step for floor time therapy is what we're talking about today: engaging and interacting with your child, becoming your child's play partner, being present, being together, tuning into your child's interests, emotional expression, the magic of emotional expression to help attend and engage with your child. And then building first circles. We're going to talk about all of these things. And then persisting. So that is really the foundation of what we're going to be working on. Another program that I follow is the Hanen program. And it is a wonderful resource. I know you can get it from your library once the libraries are available. The link will also be at the bottom. And their first step is observe, wait, and listen. Do you see how all of these therapists and all of these theories center around the first foundational piece of language, which is social connection, social relationships, engaging and attending, okay? They're all different ways to go about getting these things. So I'm just going to go over some information about observing, waiting, and listening. So observing helps us recognize our child's feelings and needs. So really be a keen observer. Be quiet. Watch your child while they're playing. Watch your child while they're looking at a book. Watch your child while you're cooking your dinner and see how they're interacting with their world. Wait. Give your child a chance to express herself in her own way. And every child needs different waiting times. Some kids will be able to process and respond with either eye contact or some kind of physical gesture to show that they're engaged with you immediately. And some kids will really need about 60 to 90 seconds. Now, if you're engaged in an interaction, why don't you try counting and see what that feels like? Sometimes it may feel like an eternity, but really do your best to try and wait before responding to your child. Listening. Encourage our child to express herself. We do this by listening to them. Okay? So let's see. In terms of observation, even when our child does not use words, we can easily recognize their feelings of needs, right? We know what they're attending to, what their facial expression is, and what their body language is. And if you're having trouble doing this with your child, focus on that for this week. Really observe them and see, what are they attending to? What does their facial expression tell us? What is their body language telling us? Okay? Sometimes observing is still difficult. Look for little subtle cues. How alert are they? How they're breathing? What their skin looks like? How their voice sounds, their pitch, their volume. This will tell us all kinds of things. And after observing is waiting. Okay? We have a very fast-paced life. But now, in this quarantine type of life that we have, things hopefully will start to slow down. I know there's a lot of Zoom meetings if you have older children, or even if you're trying to work from home, which makes it very difficult. but really try to see if we can slow down our interactions with our children, okay? Sometimes we feel like that silent moment is just taking forever, like I said. Let's try to count maybe. Try to teach ourselves to slow down and wait, okay? Let's try to not talk for our child in some moments. Try not to answer, or try not to use commanding language, like give commands or questions. Open-ended questions, open-ended statements, those will be better for teaching your child to interact. Really think about if we speed things up, if we answer for our child, if we anticipate their needs, we're making everything simpler and easier and faster for ourselves. We may find that we're ignoring feelings, needs, and curiosity of our children. When we wait, we give our child the time he needs to express his interests and feelings in his own way. He needs to develop a sense of independence, a sense of individuality to be able to express needs, right? He has to explore what his needs are, what his ideas are. So all of this exploration of self is so important for our children. So all of this exploration is really exploration of self. And once they have some ideas of their self, of who they are, of what they like, then there'll be something to communicate with others, something to share with others. Waiting gives us the chance to get to know our child. We can watch for his focus of attention, look at the expression on his face, and listen to the sounds he makes. And the last thing is listening. When we talk and our child doesn't respond easily, our natural reaction is to fill in the blanks, answer questions, and comment without pausing. If we listen attentively, our child will have the security and encouragement to make his efforts worthwhile. We will understand him better and be able to respond more sensitively. The only way to know where a child is at is to listen to what he is saying. You can't do this if you're talking, okay? If we find ourselves doing all the talking, helping when it's not needed, directing the show, interrupting, assuming that we know what our child wants to say, are we really helping our children to learn and to express themselves and to share interactions? Let's remember to take the time to observe, wait, and listen. So that's what I'd really like you guys to focus on. Focus on building the relationships. So when I call you this week for our teletherapy session, those are some of the things that I'm going to ask you right away. How did your week go? And when I ask you, how did your week go? I want to know, how did you share interactions with your child? What positive interactions did you share with your child? What did they look like? What time of day was it? How did it make you feel? We're going to be exploring those things. You know, how did you make your child part of your day? How did you observe them as part of your day? Okay? Does not need to be any separate, fun, wonderful mommy blog activities that are all perfect, you know, that require lots of parental involvement to cut and to paste, you know, nothing like that. You know, just explain some really great moments you had with your child. So the key factors are, again, share in your child's interactions, okay? Observe them, wait, and listen. Once again, I hope that you can see the positive benefits of this time. Although it's a real shift in our lifestyle and it might take some adjustments, the only thing we can do is try to stay positive and try to see the benefits of it. And so I hope that every day interacting with your child and surviving this quarantine brings us strength and brings us joy to know that we really have each other and that we're all together and that we're all in this. And I am extending my love to all of you, and I miss your children greatly, and I hope that you continue to hug and kiss and cuddle and have wonderful moments together, because this time is fleeting. Remember, have fun talking and playing together. Take care.